Tears and anger are just some of the emotions coming out today at a Senate hearing in Merrill.
The Judiciary and Public Safety Committee convened it. The goal is to have the Department of Corrections leadership discuss the ongoing problems at Lincoln Hills Copper Lake schools. 7 Investigates Emily Davies is there. You've heard from the DOC and Lincoln Hills staff. Emily, what's all being addressed?
Well, it's years of issues being poured out in a day's worth of testimony that, as you said, began at 11 o'clock this morning. And it was all sparked by the death of youth counselor Corey Prue, a death that many people, many staff have been telling me for years would happen if things weren't addressed sooner. There has been a lot of finger pointing over the years about who's at fault for all of the problems at the only youth prison in Wisconsin. One argument from Democrats is that the DOC did not receive the funding approval that they needed to close the facility as laid out in Act 185 6 years ago. And that is the reason for the years-long delay. Joint Finance Committee member Senator Mary Felskowski says there weren't detailed plans or an approved site when the DOC first asked for the money. The DOC says they did have those things, they just had backlash.
Where are we going to build it?
We had an initial plan in Teutonia back in 2019.
And it was rejected by the city.
And the second plan was for one of our own state-owned facilities.
Which was rejected by the city. Which under Act 252 they had to be on board with.
The rejection of Fellner's came before Act 252.
It's truly disgusting that this issue has become a political game. I'm not blaming either party. I'm just asking to please stop pointing the fingers at each other. It's time to work together and accomplish something meaningful.
That's Corey Prue's brother-in-law speaking, but it's something several staff echoed over the last several hours. Now, Senator Felskowski said that this committee would be sending a letter to the judge that created some restrictions on the use of force, including restraints and pepper spray and solitary confinement. So they'll be asking for some changes. Those rulings were made in 2017. We also heard from the youth counselor who was part of that deadly attack but survived. She had mentioned today that she would be leaving her position ultimately. In Merrill, Emily Davies, News Channel 7.